Okay, let's see if this seems like it's working. So far so good. So, hi, how are you? I hope everything is good. If you are a returning viewer, hello and welcome, and if you're the first time, you know, all of that stuff, of course. But last week I had some technical difficulties and I didn't know what was going on, and I just hoped it would magically go away. And I've already started this one time and it cut off almost immediately and I don't know what's happening, so I fiddled about a little bit with the settings and the viewfinder is right next to the lens. I'm trying to see, because I guess it was about this long that I had talked or spoken last time when it happened, so I'm just keeping a lookout to see if it will. Seems like it might be working. Okay, so hi. I didn't. No, I didn't this time around. Excuse me, I'm just gonna shake the camera a little bit. I felt so high up in shot. Hello and welcome. No, that's not me. Sorry. I love Emmy Beth. She is amazing and I always want to steal her intro. You can find me as sjomajlin on Instagram and Ravelry. Today is Saturday, August 20th. I said it just a few seconds ago, but yeah, I was worried I had the date wrong. And I'm coming to you from Jönköping, Sweden. It's been a week, a little over a week actually. A week ago, right now, I was at a wedding. It was a lovely, lovely, beautiful wedding. They got married outdoors and it started raining, unfortunately. So it was a little bit, well, it was a, I don't know this word in English, like a non-church wedding. Yeah. And those ceremonies are usually very, very short. So it was just a short little, you know, ceremony thing, and then like the big thing was the party. So it got even a little bit shorter because it was raining and we were standing outside. But it was such a lovely, lovely time. And it was, they were beautiful, of course, and we had a really good time. So that was really nice. And then I've been working. It hasn't been an eventful week. We had sun and warmth 2 days, so I was able to sit out in the garden. I needed to do some reading for work, like go through a bunch of text, so I was like, I can sit out in the sun instead of sitting in at the office. So, and I was able to sit and read and knit, which was amazing, of course. So it's been a good week. I feel as though I've gotten quite a lot of crafting done, which is a good feeling to have. And not a lot has really happened, so I don't have too much to talk about. So, knitting. I have stuff down here. I have 2 finished objects, one of which, the first of them, are this hat. I had started knitting, I was about there, I think, when I showed this to you last week. So I finished it. I ran out of the blue yarn, so I added in some pink yarn. It's the same sock yarn, but in different... Yes, I'm still recording. Just another colorway, and then I ran out of that, so I added some of the black, and obviously there is white going in all of these as well. And then I made a pom-pom. This is... oh! That's a nice look, isn't it? Let's try this again. This is a very, very snug fit on me. I have quite big head, I think. A large head. What is it? Which is the correct? I don't know. And this is quite snug on me, so it wasn't a... I just cast on a bunch of stitches and started knitting. It's no pattern, I didn't really think about it. And as I said, this is sock yarn, but I held it 3 doubled. So I did a Navajo ply or chain ply, but I didn't add the twist, but I knitted with it in a chain ply. Yes. So I don't know, this will go in sort of the gift bin for now, and if I think of someone who I think would look good in these colors, they might get it, or it might go to charity, which isn't too bad either. And then I have a second work in progress. I just need some mint tea in my Big Bang Theory mug. I am so in love with Sheldon. I've mentioned before a few weeks ago, a bunch of weeks ago, that I've been rewatching, or sort of first time watching the OC. I had only caught like the odd episode on TV before, so, and now I'm like watching it. I'm almost done, and I would kill... No, I wouldn't, but I would give a lot to be, you know, sort of the... Well, not the third wheel, because that sounds negative, but like the third leg? I don't know. Of a friendship between Seth Cohen and Sheldon Cooper. That would be so amazing. Anyway, I needed a second hat. And I fully intended to check on this. No, I can't do it quickly. I'll try to remember to tell you next time. There is a pattern, which I believe is a free pattern on Ravelry, for this type of hat. I didn't use that pattern. I've knit that pattern before, so I sort of did this on memory-ish. So this is a hat, but it's split in the back. So it will go... Well, this didn't turn out so much so, but it will make almost like ear flaps. And you can really... Let's see if I can swivel this chair around. You can really pull it down in the back and have... You know, because sometimes the hat won't... You know? And also if you have like a low ponytail, you could have the... Yeah, and still sort of cover your ears, yes. So there is a pattern, a free pattern, which is pretty good. Or it is good for this. Yeah, I really don't remember it. But as I said, I did this from memory. So this, it is ribbing first. And then as I knitted it flat, I did garter stitch. And then as I joined it in the round, it is stocking stitch. So after the ribbing I just did knit stitches, and so this is what it became. This yarn, this is the same yarn combo that I used to knit the mittens that I knit for the couple who got married. So this bluey yarn with different shades of like teal and aquamarine and purples. It's a hand spun, which also was thin enough that I had to hold it double, tripled even. You can almost see it here in the tassel. I did treat this rather roughly, so that it is a little bit extra fluffy and felted. And when I ran out of this yarn, when I was about to run out of this yarn, I had planned to switch to the grey. Then I did pull from the other end out a good amount to make this pom-pom or tassel. And then I knitted to the end of that yarn and added in the grey yarn. So there is no thought behind the placement of... But it turned out pretty good. Like there is a line, and there is a line, and it's pretty even like that. I like that. And I did some plain decreases. I did this tassel or pom-pom separate, of course. I dipped it in boiled water so that it got soaked, and then I had the ends, the long ends left, so I held them and I sort of just banged the pom-pom on the kitchen counter a bunch of times, so it really shocked the fibers, so that it almost, there are still obviously ends in it, but it's almost like a ball rather than a fringy tassel. So, and the same with this, it'll go in the gift basket for now. So those are my finished objects. Yeah, I said it was my handspun, didn't I? I believe I did. I believe I did. And I'm still recording, that's amazing. I must have done something right. Okay, and when I had finished that hat, along with the mittens that I had knit for the couple who got married, I had not too little left of that grey yarn, which was a yarn that I bought on vacation. So I did I wound it into a ball with the two strands held together. Excuse me. And then I started knitting two at a time, so I have the one strand for each. At first I had it in the cake and I pulled from the inside and outside, but it just, you know, it words, you know. So I wound the yarn, so this works much better. The idea is to make some sort of wristers, fingerless mittens. With these, I don't know how long they will be. I don't know. So I'll work it up as I go. Duh. Yeah, so nothing fancy at all. I just cast on and started knitting, so there is no edge, no ribbing or anything. It's just going. So those are the new works in progress, and then I have two that you've seen before, which have gotten, both of them have gotten a fair deal of progress. The purple sweater that I am making out of, I haven't shown this in a while, I've been working on this forever. Samilla Extra Fino, BC garn, 100% organic wool. The ball band is not looking all too good, but it is a good yarn. My plan had been all along to knit sort of a summer's t-shirt, a big-ish, just straight sort of boxy t-shirt, because it's a heavy lace weight yarn, so it is, yeah, you can see it is a bit see-through. I'm knitting this on 3mm needles, and the yarn is 300 meters per 50 grams. So it isn't, yeah, it is somewhere between sock weight and lace weight. So this is creating, as I said, a pretty airy and see-through fabric, which made me think that this could work as a summer's t-shirt, even though it's 100% wool. And I've been working on it, and I've been working on it, as you will know if you've been here for a while. I'm knitting it top down, some raglan increases. I've put the sleeves on holders, and I'm working down the body. Now, since I've been working on it for quite a while, I'm starting to think I might do this into a long sleeve sweater that I could have sort of as a layering piece even in the winter, because even though it's thin, it is going to be quite warm, at least as like an indoors sweater in the winter. I don't really know how much yarn it will take. I am working up. I have one untouched cake, and I have this much left in the second. So it isn't, you know, really close to running out. So I should be, because I'm thinking, ooh, swirly share and feet on share. It is getting, and I think this is gonna block out pretty good as well, because it is really stretchy. It is sort of at my natural waist right now, so I obviously want it longer, but I'm thinking that if I knit the cake that I'm working with right now, if I add this as well, it'll obviously get longer, and then I can knit the sleeves with the second one, and then there should be some left to add to the bottom after that. I'm not sure, but that's the plan for right now, and we'll see. So the last time you saw it, I believe, well, the last 2 episodes I have left one of the sweaters I'm working on in the kitchen per time, so I don't remember if I showed this last week or if I didn't, but I haven't moved the stitch marker since the last you saw it, if that was last week or 2 weeks ago. So it's been a good few centimeters, almost 10, almost, yeah. And as I said, it's gonna grow, I believe, lengthwise pretty well in blocking. So that's good. And as I mentioned, I'm knitting it sort of big-ish. It's supposed to be a quite loose fit with positive ease, but that also means I will be able to stretch, because when you stretch it out lengthwise, it's gonna shrink width-wise, and I will have some width to spare. Ish. So that is coming along. I've also been working on my Still Light tunic, Vera Välimäki. Vera Välimäki. I believe it is a Finnish name. I'm not sure. I've split for the sleeves. I have now the sleeves on a separate needle, and I've poked those ends, or the needles, through here so that they will stay put. So it looks a bit weird, but that's fine. And I've just done a few rounds under the arms. But that is a milestone to have passed. So that's good. And this as well. Again, I don't remember if this was in the kitchen last week or if it was 2 weeks ago, but when you saw it last, that's where I was. So it's also been, it's also received some love and attention this week. So not too bad. 2 hats out, wristers started, or fingerless mittens, or we'll see, and some good progress on both sweaters. One of them is a tunic, but yeah. I've also started my next spinning. You might remember that I had gotten some fiber when I was in Jämtland. Excuse me, I need to put my feet down on the floor so that I can push off. I'm wearing pants today, and you can see my skin on my back. I've been up in the woods with my parents today, picking some blueberries. I've tried to wash my hands. I had rose thorn, like a teeny tiny rose thorn in my thumb quite a while ago, so I've had a little bit of a blister right there. So in it there is some purple of the blueberries and just a little bit on the other fingertips as well. So yeah, I've been sort of dressed, you know, for outdoorsy purposes, so fibers, Jämtland, yes. There was a big basket of these sort of, I've shown these before. They are somewhere, I mean they are sort of tops, I guess. Or sort of, they are tops. Some of them are a little bit more cloud-like, so a little bit closer to being bats. So I picked up a bunch of different ones. And then I chose 3. And I'm just trying to figure out which order to show you. I chose 3 different colors. So the mustard yellow and the burnt orange, that is the same. It was a little bit gradient. Yeah, you can see it pretty well there actually. So these are little. So I picked up 3, or I chose 3 of these. So one is like petrol blue or teal, and one green, and one is this orangey mustardy color. I weighed those 3 and together they were 114 grams or something like that. And so I split those tops in smaller nests, batlings, I don't know. And then I divided those equally weight-wise and sort of, you know, taking 2 blues and put them in different and 2 greens so that they would be sort of the same amount of each colors. So that I can spin. So this is the second, because I've spun up the first bobbin. Excuse me, I just really don't want these to get stuck in the wheels on my chair. So I've spun up the first bobbin. It looks like this. And again, the mustard yellow and the orange is the same. The colors come up pretty good on my screen, so that's good. It's a pretty thin spin. The end here, let's see if I can find that. The end is a little bit heavier or thicker. Like that. So it is a pretty thin single, and the idea is to make 2 singles and then 2-ply them. So that's why I split it in half. And I am making sort of the same, I'm having sort of the same idea as, excuse me, the last spin project that I did, which were, ooh, these. I spun up 4 of these, and my mom got 2 and I got 2, where I had 4 different colors. That I did the singles, this is a 2-ply as well, I did the singles pretty much like this, that I took 1 color at a time, and the only rule is that I don't take the same color on itself or after itself. So if I've spun up a yellow, and I'm treating the yellow and the orange as the same, so if I've spun up a yellow, I need to pick a blue or a green, and other than that it doesn't matter. So in plying, because stuff are falling, you don't want the colors to get muddy. You know, so when plying them like this, or the experience I had with this, because when I've spun before in different colors, they have been in bats or braids and already sort of mixed, and I haven't really been playing with choosing colors before I've done these. Words. So I'm trying to figure out ways that work for that and that I enjoy making. So in plying the yarn, making the singles and plying the yarn like this, you will have some barber poling, but you will also have, so here, yeah, I don't know if you can see, so there is like some brown on brown, there will be some green on green, some grey on grey, and some darker grey on darker grey, but there will also be the colors mixed. But it means that the colors get to show off. Am I making sense? I hope I am. So the idea is to do the same with these. So some sections will be blue on blue, and some green on green, and some green on yellow, and so on. So yeah, this is the first bobbin. I'm working on the second bobbin, and this fiber is so smooth. It spins like butter. I've heard that saying. I don't really know what spinning butter feels like, but it is so smooth and it goes so fast. So this other spin that I just put over here, this yarn, you can almost see that, right? It is... This wool is pretty... I mean, it's soft, but it's woolly, and the fibers were pretty grippy, so I had to work to separate the fibers, to spin them as thin as I wanted them. I absolutely still consider myself to be a newbie spinner. I am sort of just improvising and trying to figure it out as I go. I haven't read up or anything. There are probably some different and better techniques that you can use, but I sort of had to pull, or I did pull the fibers apart. So this was, I'm not gonna say it was hard work, but I had to work harder. But this fiber is super, super smooth and really works. It spins itself, really. And it's quite lovely. So that will be a yarn from my mom. She had planned to make socks with it. And with the single being this thin and then making it to a 2-ply, I think it will work up. And then, I mean, obviously she can choose needle size and stitch count. Whoa, stitch count after what the yarn ends up being as well. So. Yes. So that's my crafting. That's it. That's all. I do want to mention... Whoa, that sounded really serious. It's not. I've been doing some reading. I've been reading some stuff in Swedish that I don't really think is translated into other languages and stuff. I mentioned quite a few weeks ago that I was reading Gillian Flynn's Gone Girl. I finished it and I so very highly recommend it. It is a bit... and I absolutely don't want to give any sort of spoilers. A big part of the book is spent investigating a murder. So it is a bit, you know, uneasy like that, but it is very, very interesting. And amazing. I haven't seen the movie. I'm gonna do it at some point, but I haven't done it yet. Ooh. I'm gonna talk about that soon. But I do believe that if you've seen the movie, you will sort of know the big plot turns, but I still believe that the books are... I mean, books are deeper, richer, right? So I do recommend the book, even if you've seen the movie. It's a brilliant book. Do read it. And the second book that I want to mention, which is in English, looks like this. Do you recognize it? It has... No, it's just out of shot, isn't it? Yes. On that shelf, on those books, just on top of those books, is the paper jacket. I take it off because it's just in the way when you're reading and it's like flopping about, so I take it off. So then the cover looks like this. Do you recognize it? Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, parts 1 and 2. I do want to mention, I haven't seen it, but I've heard mentioned that J.K. Rowling, rolling like bowling. I love Stephen Fry. Okay, if you got that, you got that. Has posted a video where she asks her readers to not give any spoilers, so I won't. Of course I won't. But it's so good. I'm not very far, or well, that's how far I am. That's what I've read. So like a quarter, a third, almost a third. It is so good. It is a script. It is written, I'll just show you, it looks like, you know, that, where you get the scene and then there are lines. So it isn't written as the other books about Harry Potter, where you get, you know, descriptions of places and feelings and thoughts and all of that. It's a different format, but it is really good. It is J.K. Rowling, John Tiffany and Jack Thorne, and as far as I understand, though, those people were involved in writing the scripts for the movies that have been produced, so they are working together, and they've worked together before, is what I'm trying to get at. So it's a good collaboration. If you've enjoyed okay, tangent, but I'm trying to make a point, so I will get there. And by the way, there is no more knitting, so if you're just here for like the craft stuff, feel free to leave. I'll see you next time. I adore Sex and the City, the series. I didn't really catch it when it was on TV. I caught the spare episodes here and there, and I enjoyed it, so I got the DVD set, and I just plowed through the series. And then that was sort of about the time when the first movie came out. So I saw the first of the movies, the Sex and the City movies, pretty much attached to the series in my chronology. And I've also seen the second film. So if you've seen them, you sort of know what I'm talking about, and if you haven't, I think you'll still be able to follow my thought. Excuse me while I I'm having a Clipper mint tea today. I love mint tea. Weirdly enough, because I used to really not. Anyway, I would say that the first Sex and the City movie is a pretty good movie. It is, well, as a movie considered, I don't know that it is all that good, because I don't really know movies that well. Well, anyway, I view that first movie, or both movies, as being, you know, an extra long, extra packed, extra everything deluxe episode. And that first movie really is that, I believe, and it's good. And I cry. I'm gonna cry. Anyway, and then we waited 5 years to get the second movie, which isn't good at all. It sucks. And even viewed as a extra long deluxe episode, it isn't all that good, to be honest. I still love it, because it is like meeting old friends. I definitely get like that a lot, and I know other people do as well. When you watch a series, and you either watch it, you know, like once a week when it's on TV, over a long period of time, or if you binge watch a series and you sort of spend time with these people intensively, you can get separation anxiety when the series ends. Because when it is a person like in real life, you know that you can keep contact in some form, even if they are moving away or whatever. But when it is a series, you know that, well, I'm never gonna get to create new memories with these people. You are always able to rewatch and re-experience, relive, but you will never be able to make new experiences and memories, and that is a sad thing. So in light of that, I really did love the second movie as well, because you got to see your friends again and make sure you, like, they're alright, you know, they're gonna be fine. Sure, they have their problems, and that's what the film is about, but they're gonna be alright. And this, so this is where I'm going, is I haven't gotten very far, obviously. I've started to see the outlines of what the plot will probably be. But I can't say that this far that the actual story is amazing. I'm sure it will be. But I can't say that so far. But this far, it is just love. I just love getting to meet these people again. Getting to visit this world again, creating new memories and not just reliving old memories. So if nothing else, I mean, again, I haven't read it through, and I'm absolutely not gonna give any spoilers, even if I had read it through. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Even if the storyline turns out to suck, which I don't think that it will, it is so lovely getting to meet these people again and revisit these friends. I didn't have a bookmark that wasn't already in a book when I started reading this, so I pulled this magnet from my fridge. So this is a magnet, but I think it's quite good. It's not really true while reading this book though, but it is good. And what I did make a note of was I had thought that I would mention a TV series or a Netflix series that I've been watching. And I forgot it, and then I just remembered it, so I wrote down 23 to mention the series that I binge watched quite quickly. It is a short series with short episodes, so it's pretty easy to binge watch. Don't trust the in Apartment 23. That's almost how it's spelled. It's like don't trust the B dash 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 dash. How many dash did I say? In Apartment 23. It is on Netflix. It is hilarious. It is somewhere right in between New Girl and The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. But I don't know, cheekier? More bad words? Something like that. James Van Der Beek is in it as sort of himself. It is hilarious. It is a lovely series, so watch it if that sounds interesting. I hadn't heard about it, and I just sort of clicked on it for a chance, and I really enjoyed it. So that's it. I'm running out of battery, and I really want to go for a walk and hunt some Pokemon. Because I do, so I will. And I don't have anything else to show you, so I'll let you go. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, as all the podcasters say, but it is true. I know there are so many podcasts out there, and you choose to spend some time with me. I thank you for that. It's such an honor, really. So thank you for that. If you haven't clicked subscribe, you might want to do that, so you'll see I will pop up in your feed when I upload, so you won't have to, you know, remember to keep your eye out. Keep your eye out. And if you want to find me on Ravelry or Instagram, I'm sjomajlin over there as well. I'm not very active on Ravelry, but I check in every now and then. And like, subscribe, comment, do your thing. And I will let you go. Please do take care, be kind to yourselves and to one another, hunt some Pokemon for me, and I will hunt some Pokemon for me right now. Please take care.